So right now, a lot of fans are doing exactly what championship fans should be doing. They're looking ahead, they're looking at the draft, and they're looking at pick number 24. They're looking at prospects like Meleek Thomas, Isaiah Evans, Zuby Ejiofor, and a handful of other names connected to New York. And honestly, I do understand the excitement. Every draft pick feels like a mystery box. Maybe you find the next star, maybe you find the next steal, and maybe you find the next key piece of a championship team, but here's the problem. Every time I see Knicks fans saying stuff like, just make the pick, I keep thinking about Mitchell Robinson, because what if I told you those two conversations might be connected? What if the player fans want to add makes it harder to keep the players who helped win the championship? Because after digging into the recent reporting and looking at where this roster stands financially, I think Leon Rose may be preparing to make a decision that a lot of Knicks fans will not like, but it might be the exact move that keeps this championship window open. Let's start with the obvious. Fans love draft picks, and honestly, why shouldn't they? Draft night is hope, draft night is possibility, draft night is imagination. Every fan base talks themselves into the idea that maybe their pick becomes the next star. Maybe their pick becomes the next great value contract, maybe their pick changes everything, and for Knicks fans specifically, there's another reason. The front office has quietly built a reputation for identifying talent. Tyler Kolek looks promising, Pacome Dadier remains intriguing long-term, Ariel Hukporti has shown flashes, Mohamed Diawara is another developmental piece, so when fans hear the Knicks own picks number 24, 31, and 55, the natural reaction is simple: let's add more talent. And that makes sense. The problem is championship teams do not operate like rebuilding teams, and that's where everything changes. When you're rebuilding, the draft is your lifeline. When you're contending, the draft becomes a tool. That's a huge difference. The Knicks are not searching for a franchise player anymore. They already have Jalen Brunson. They already have Karl Anthony Towns, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby. They already have the core that just delivered a championship. So Leon Rose is not asking who can save us. He's asking how do we stay here? And that's a completely different conversation from years past, because sustaining success is harder than reaching success. Winning one championship is difficult, repeating is even harder. The NBA is literally designed to make it difficult, and that's where the hidden problem begins. Most fans see pick 24, Leon Rose sees something different. He sees a roster spot, he sees a contract, he sees future financial consequences. Now, before people hear this and think this is about ownership being cheap, it's not. This is about flexibility. The new CBA punishes expensive teams in ways that we've never really seen before. The deeper you move into tax territory, the fewer options you have. Your flexibility shrinks, your ability to make moves becomes restricted, your margin for error gets smaller. And suddenly, every roster decision matters. That's why recent reporting suggesting the Knicks could move one of their picks is so interesting, because it tells us the front office may be viewing this draft differently than fans are. Fans see a player, the front office sees a puzzle, and every piece has consequences. Here's the question I keep coming back to. What matters more? A rookie who might help in 3 years, or proven players who can help you win another championship right now? Because when Knicks fans talk about the offseason, they usually talk about additions, and I think Leon Rose is focused on preservation, keeping the foundation intact, keeping the culture intact, keeping the chemistry intact, and that's why I think Mitchell Robinson is such an important part of this discussion. Because Mitch is not some hypothetical prospect. He's proven, he's battled through injuries, he's anchored defenses, he's dominated the glass, he's changed playoff games. We literally watched him impact this championship run. Remember when the Knicks bigs got into foul trouble? Remember the energy plays, the offensive rebounds, the rim protection, the momentum changing sequences? Those are not theoretical, those actually happened, and championship teams do not casually replace players like that. Now let's talk about somebody who might quietly be influencing all of this, Tyler Kolek, because one reason championship teams can make difficult financial decisions is when they already have young players developing internally, and that's where Kolek becomes fascinating. Every minute he develops, every step forward he takes, every bit of trust he earns, that matters, because if the front office believes Kolek can handle a bigger role next season, suddenly they do not have to force a rookie into the equation, suddenly they have internal solutions, and the best organizations in sports are constantly finding ways to create internal solutions. That's how dynasties survive, not by winning every transaction, but by winning the development game. So what do I think happens here? I don't think Leon Rose enters draft night locked into pick 24. I think he's exploring exploring every option. Move up, move down, future assets, international stash prospects, roster flexibility, everything. Because the objective is not to win draft night, the objective is to win the next 3 seasons, and that's why I keep going back to the recent reporting. When multiple respected reporters mentioned potential movement involving these picks, I pay attention. Because it fits the bigger picture, it fits how this front office has operated in years past, and most importantly, it fits what championship teams usually do. And here's what I think a lot of fans do not want to hear. There's a very real possibility the smartest move on draft night is the least exciting move. No flashy prospect, no big celebration, no jersey photos, no immediate gratification, just patience, just discipline, just long-term thinking. And if that happens, a lot of fans will initially be disappointed, but Leon Rose is not paid to win the reaction on draft night. He's paid to maximize championship odds. Those are very different things. So yes, the Knicks finally climbed the mountain. Now comes the hard part, staying there. And that's why I think this draft is being viewed completely differently inside the Knicks organization than it is outside of it. Fans are focused on who the Knicks might draft, but Leon Rose is focused on how to protect a championship window. Fans are thinking about the next prospect. Leon Rose is thinking about the next banner. And if that means trading the pick, if that means making an unpopular decision, if that means sacrificing excitement today for a better chance to win tomorrow, do not be surprised if that's exactly what happens on Tuesday and Wednesday. Because the move every Knicks fan wants might actually be the wrong one. So if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments, would you rather keep pick 24 or maximize the Knicks' chances of repeating as champions? It's been KNYT here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.